go.
What am I saying? Dynamics. So the question is, a man is pulling his 35 kg sled with 400 newtons at 25 degrees. He accelerates at 1.25 meters per second. What is the coefficient of friction? So we're going to start by drawing this out. Here's the sled, and here's the man pulling it. So we know that the sled is 35 kilograms, and he's pulling with 400 newtons at 25 degrees. He excels at 1.25 meters per second squared. So we're trying to find our coefficient of friction. First, we're going to write our formula for this. So our formula for that is our force of friction over our force normal. So since we have our values, we're going to use our mass and find our Fg. Our Fg is mass times our gravity. 35 times 9.81 equals 343 newtons. So now we know our Fg. We also have our mass and our acceleration, so we can find our F net. So our force, net force equals m times a. So our mass of 35 times our acceleration of 1.25 gets us 40. Uh-oh. Did I type that in right? That's not right. 35 times 1.25. Yeah. 43.8 newtons. Okay. Now using these, we're going to find our triangle. So since we have an angle, we're going to draw a triangle using our degrees. So 25 degrees in here. And we know that he's pulling with 400 newtons. So to find our Fy and our Fx, to find our Fy, we take our 400 newtons, which is our hypotenuse, times it by sine 25. So this we get 400 sine 25, 169 with rounding. So we know that our Fy is 169 newtons. And now to find our F of x is 400 cos 25. Here we get 363 newtons with rounding. So now that we have our triangle figured out, we are going to use those values to find our force of friction and our F normal. So our force normal equals our Fg minus our Fy. Because this value, our Fy is pulling up, and our Fx is pulling to the right. But we know that our Fg, which is gravity, force of gravity, is pulling down. That is why we minus those two values. So 343 minus our 169 equals 174 newtons. So we know that this is our F normal. To find our force of friction, we use our Fg minus our F net. This is 343 minus 44 with rounding. So we get 299 newtons as our force of friction. So now to find our mu, our force of friction over our force normal. So we use our 299 over 174. This gives us our mu of 1.72 with rounding. And that is our final answer. Stop it.